Okay. Relegation, Sam. And I said on my 1 to 24, let's be honest, my 2-year-old, Enid, could take the bits of paper with the team names on them and have as much chance of predicting this as I have here. So, other than Rotherham, which is blindingly obvious to anyone, Rotherham will finish bottom and may well be relegated within the next few games. I got Huddersfield going down because I've found them up and at them and aggressive, but I'm not sure it's translated to results. And I've had a bit of fun with this one, a bit of a gamble. Not fun for the Blackburn fans, Sam, and I know you're great mates with John Eustace, so I know I'm putting you on the spot here. I've got Blackburn in 22nd. I know they've got 42 points. I don't like their fixtures. And if Smodic were to not score or go down, I would really fear for them. So just to round it out, I've got Wednesday, then Plymouth, then Birmingham, QPR. I've got Stoke winning back-to-back games at some point, and then I've got Millwall at home. So anyway, you don't have to do the whole 8. Good luck. I've got Rotherham 24, Huddersfield 23, Blackburn 22. I did get a lot of blowback for Blackburn. That is a bit of a outlandish pick, to be honest.
I'm still deciding now, mate.
Brilliant.
I'll give you.
Here we go. Breaking news.
I'll give you my 4. So I'll give you my 4 that are going to be fighting out.
4. I need 3 in 5 minutes time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you my 2 to join Rotherham. Rotherham I'll have 24th. So my 4 that I'm just wrestling with are in no particular order. I'll increase the tension. Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth Argyle, Birmingham, and Huddersfield are the 4 that I've been wrestling with all morning.
Well, this is great because we're definitely going to disagree because you've got Blackburn surviving, then you've got Stoke surviving, Millwall, and QPR, yeah?
Well, let me deal with Blackburn first. I just think that there's going to be so many tight games, and oh my God, that was an understatement from you there. The fixtures are horrendous. So I'll get that out first. The fixtures, and I don't want to put too much on that because it's the Championship and you end up looking like a fool trying to predict like we do every week. But with Blackburn, I just think that they'll be so tight. There'll be low margin games and they don't need more than that 1 goal to take points. I think other teams probably have to maybe score a few more. They only need 1 goal from Smodics and that will probably yield 3 points somewhere along the way. And I think they probably need 7 points, give or take, somewhere around that. And I think they'll get them. So that's my reasoning behind that. They've had a couple of clean sheets, I think, in 9 games, but conceded 9 in those 9 last league games under John Eustace, and just the 1 win. But I think they'll win some tight games. That's my hunch. Right, I'm going to go in 23rd, and I've literally decided my 2 other relegated sides in the last minute or 2. I'm going to go for Sheffield Wednesday to remain where they are.
No way! You've been so high on Danny Roll.
Yeah. I mean, there was 3 teams in this. I've kind of discounted Birmingham this morning. The more I've looked at it, I don't know how Gary Rowett is going to set them up. Well, I can anticipate that. Yeah, I just mean they still need to try and score, don't they? I know what he's going to probably do defensively. Whether he's got the centre halves, they certainly haven't in the last few weeks to go to the back 3, back 5, or whatever, and still carry a little bit of an attacking threat. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, Sheffield Wednesday, and this isn't on the back of the thumping at Ipswich or the defeat against Leeds, where I think for a half they were pretty good. I just think, similarly to Southampton, they've had that really, really good run, and they've been hit by some injuries, and that's all I can base it on, really. I think Bannon's struggling. I think Paveda, who's been a bit of a revelation as well, and I just think that, the ability to keep going, maybe when you're down on numbers to a degree in the really pressure games off the back of those 2 defeats. And I'm basing this basically on what I could see Huddersfield doing. Huddersfield stayed up last year. Huddersfield have got, I think, the ability to defend their box. I think they've got the ability to make games tight. I think they've got that biggest set piece threat maybe than the other sides. they haven't got loads of creative forces, but somehow they remained in the division last year. And I think that experience may put them in good stead, in contrast to Sheffield Wednesday, whose players have been used to being at the top of League One last year. And then this year, they've made a fist of it. I just think over the course of the whole season, the way they started may just cost them ultimately.
I'm not liking where this is going for our friends in Plymouth, Sam.
Yeah, I've done this all wrong, haven't I? Yeah, sorry. And I'm down there in a few weeks as well. I mean, this is very
mate, you got to call it
me.
how it is. That's why we got you on here.
Well, it's impossible. It's impossible to hold and to call. I just, you speak about chaos, don't you? And I know they've got brilliant owners and they've got brilliant people behind the scenes. And I just think to lose your manager, they've had so much, I was going to say good fortune. It's not been good fortune. They've had so many decisions go so well over the last few years, Lowe to Schumacher, seamless, brilliant football, especially at home. I just think you look at the results, you sense the feeling from the supporters down there at the moment. You know there's a reliance on Hardy and Whittaker.
Can I just quickly chime in, Sam? I had them surviving, and a lot of Plymouth fans replied saying, Ben, you're more confident than we are. So that does chime with what the support... They were quite flattered that I had them in 20th.
The conflict internally for me is that I quite like their games. But I don't want to get, again, bogged into that too much. So I more want to look at that lack of clean sheets, but more the lack of being able to put the ball in the opponent's net. Hardy won in 8 appearances. Whittaker won in his last 7. Those two are real quality operators, but previously this season they had a Zaz who could hurt you. I think less so in terms of numbers, but Kundal was a decent squad player as well in an attacking sense. So, yeah, if those two, and not to contradict a little bit what I said about Blackburn, but I just think that people are doing a bit of a job on those two at the moment. Certainly kept them quiet the last month or so. And the feeling towards the manager, the negativity is quite strong. So, I think they could just, I think they could fall. Argyle. I really think they could.
Wow. There you go. Sam has put his neck on the line. I've put my neck on the line. We need you to do the same. I need 24, 23, 22. You don't even have to put the positions. Just give us your 3 to drop and give everybody the respect in the comments on this one that it is impossible to call this other than Rotherham. So Sam has gone Rotherham, Wednesday and Plymouth. So 2 teams that Sam studied in League One last season, dropping back down. I have gone Rotherham, Huddersfield and Blackburn. And again, we will say we don't want any of your teams to get relegated. But guys, listen to this. This is a fact. 3 of your teams are going to get relegated. It is definitely going to happen. So get involved down there in the comments.